Robert Grosseteste was an English statesman, philosopher, theologian, and scientist that lived from 1175 through 1253. As a theologian, Grosseteste wrote a number of works, including Chesto de Amor, which is an allegorical poem on the creation of the world and Christian redemption, and the influential Hexameron, which is another work on creation. However, Grosseteste is best known for his contributions to science. From about 1220 to 1235, he wrote a host of scientific treatises, including De Sphera, which is an introductory text on astronomy, De Excessu et Recessu Maris, which means on tides and tidal movements, although some scholars dispute his authorship for this work, De Lineis Angulis et Figuris, which means mathematical reasoning in the natural scientists, De Aride, which means on the rainbow, and perhaps his most notable work, which is De Luz, which means on the metaphysics of light. Grosseteste was the first of the scholastics to fully understand Aristotle's vision of the dual path of scientific reasoning, generalizing from particular observations into a universal law, and then back from universal laws to prediction of particulars. So, for example, looking at the particulars of the moon, it is possible to arrive at universal laws about nature. Conversely, once these universal laws are understood, it is possible to make predictions and observations about other objects besides the moon. Also, Grosseteste is one of the earliest and most influential people responsible for the development of the scientific method, and introduced the Latin West to the notion of the controlled experiment. Perhaps even more remarkable, Grosseteste described the Big Bang Theory 4 centuries before Newton proposed gravity and 7 centuries before Lemaitre proposed the Big Bang Theory, at least in a rudimentary form. In De Luz, Grosseteste taught that matter and light existed at the beginning of time at a single point, that the infinite self-multiplication of the initial point of light extended the first matter into spherical form because light diffuses itself spherically. So, Grosseteste described the birth of the universe in an explosion and the crystallization of matter to form the stars and planets, while also describing Huygens' theory of the propagation of light. De Luz is the first attempt to describe the heavens and earth using a single set of physical laws. Sure, Grosseteste got a few things wrong, but for living in 1200, that's pretty good. The Ordered Universe, a collaboration of scientists and historians at Durham University studying medieval science, regard him as a key figure in showing that pre-Renaissance science was far more advanced than previously thought.